Look. See? That's easy, isn't it?
And the guy changed Twitter to X.
Yeah.
What was the move? Is he like to put his own identity to it, or
Probably, yeah.
he doesn't like?
He wants to start charging people even for standard accounts, and because he's got billions of pounds, but he wants more. See, that's easy, isn't it, David? That doesn't hurt. Since Daddy cut your brushed your hair, it's nice and smooth, isn't it?
So like an IT consultant, in Africa, it's a big market,
It is, yeah, but the problem is you need consistent work to pay bills and
consistent work.
yeah, medical and to put the kids through school, because over here school's free, you know,
Yeah, over there.
and medical's free, and over there school is expensive.
Yeah, and medical is not.
Medical is not cheap either, so you need to make sure that you've got a consistent client base who are going to consistently pay money. Good boy, David. You've been so good. Wow. No tears.
But there, in Africa, it's all about entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship, like making your own thing.
It is.
You could have made an app there, like Gumtree, eBay.
I'm not a coder, so I don't write code. I fix hardware. I do networking and CCTV and build computers and things like that. So I'm a hardware guy. I'm not software. Good boy, David.
Yeah.
Hello.
You do the ponytail head. The ponytail clippings.
You want some funny talk to your right. When you go there, you look a turn to your right. You'll see some funny things. Do you want it shorter than this?
No, I think that's a good length actually. Let's see. Yeah, that's probably a good length.
Is that a length that she'll be happy with?
I think so, yeah. Like I say, it was mostly just to get it neat and get it tidy, because it was all growing at different lengths, wasn't it, little man? And it was so curly and so chaotic. Let me see. Look at yourself. Look at yourself. Do you look different? Do you like it?
Let's do that.
We're going to do Daddy's hair in a second, but he's just finishing off with yours. And then we're going to do Daddy's.
Huh?
Can I take this one, please?
Please, you can.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, well,
That's a
let him
wraparound
finish your
one,
hair first.
Right.
He just wants to tidy up around the edges, isn't it?
Curly one.
And then we'll do Daddy.
Right.
And then we can go. Doesn't it look nice? Looks a lot better, doesn't it? It's nice and tidy. Do you like it?
I got a bag of you.
You're being so good. You're definitely getting a treat. So what do you want as a treat? Do you want a toy or do you want a sweetie? A sweetie? Okay.
How did you know about this?
You can go get your sweetie.
Somebody told, I don't even know who told me I was looking for a hairpiece.
Okay. And somebody told you to come
Somebody
in.
told me to come here.
Okay.
I can't remember who it was.
Okay. We think. Can I have your number?
Yeah, it's 07985
95, yeah.
221
What you want?
580.
What name is it?
It's Claire.
Claire.
Yeah.
Are you from Kingside?
Yeah. Say it later.
What's the Vegas?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send you a message there on that number.
Yeah.
And you can register that. That's the shop's number, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, thank
If you
you
need
for that,
something-
love.
That's no worries. You have a good weekend, huh?
Come back and have a better look into it.
Yes,
Thank
no
you.
worries. Yeah, bye.
Bye.
So when you stand in a debate, the other day there was Guyana. Is it Guyana? Some people call it Guyana. You know, like this island in French, where you say Guyana.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Guyana.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that would be Guyana.
yeah, Guyana. So their president was speaking recently, and he says that
Good boy, David.
that there should be reparation paid to former slaves.
I
And he
think
created a bit of a
an uproar.
well, yeah, like a heated debate. He says, well, because you guys had an unfair advantage, gained an unfair advantage through this practice, which everyone knows were horrendous, and it's only fair that you pay a reparation so we can start developing our own land. And then on the other argument is, well, all of these black people coming from Africa, landing in Italy and stuff, and that creates a debate, right?
Yeah.
How can you sustain a planet and have this carbon zero and all these objectives if you have a part of the world substantial, like maybe like it's 1.5 billion people living in Africa that are living under poverty, and you want to stop coal, you want to stop
Good boy, David. I think the whole thing of slavery was horrendous. And it's good that it's come to an end. But I think dragging it back up is just gonna bring more anger into the whole situation. I think it's something that just needs to be
forgotten.
well, not necessarily forgotten, but I think if one country brings it back up, then 30 other countries are going to bring it back up, and it's just going to be a never-ending cycle. I think there's a place to say that in the past a lot of horrible things were done.
Yeah.
A lot of horrible things were done across the entire world, and I think if everything was continually brought back up, then the world's never going to actually heal. I think we just need to start moving forward. In my personal opinion, because I mean, you get countries like Kenya who turn around and say, there's a lot of people in Kenya who are really bitter with the British.
Yeah.
Because they say, back in the day when we left, we just left them and we didn't leave any infrastructure, and we didn't leave anything, we just left them to their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then you look at Malaysia, who was left at the exact same stage, the exact same year, left with the exact same thing that the Kenyan were left with.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the difference between the two.
Mm-hmm.
The Malaysians just cracked on and did what they could to better their country.
Mm-hmm.
Kenya continued looking around, looking for handouts.
So
And you've
your
got-
thing is about the handout of the mentality of the African leaders.
I think they
Right.
just need to You've got
don't
so
have-
many resources in your own countries, and you've got the people in the countries who can do things with those resources,
right? To choose
Um,
not to
and they're choosing to say, oh, well,
grab them for.
yeah, like Kenya have been and done a trade deal with the Chinese to come and do the roads. But the Chinese are just hiring the locals to do the work. It's like, well, the locals clearly have the ability to do the work, so why don't they just do it? Instead of
Bringing the Chinese.
bringing the Chinese in and then having an agreement to get rid of half of their resources
But
to the Chinese.
Yeah, that is true to a certain extent, but they need. The problem is that when you, it's corruption and accountability. As you
yeah.
put the locals there, they don't do the job as, they don't have the undercuts.
Yeah, true.
They don't
Yeah.
do the right work. So the tarmac will be like this thickness or so.
Yeah,
So-
that's the thing is though, that's
And
their,
the guy who's supposed to control the job or who's supposed to look over that is corrupt. So he get a bit of kickback, like
Yeah.
they give him some money, so he shut up, and the circle just goes and goes and goes.
yeah, I agree, 100%. But but that's what it is. It's a mentality thing. If they just turned around and realised that they could do these things for themselves, they can do them at a cost-effective way that is going to do a decent job
But
because they are
compare-
capable of
But,
doing
yeah,
it.
but compared to when you say Malaysia, Malaysia didn't have slavery, did they?
Yeah.
No, they were colonized.
Yeah, they were colonised.
They were
but it was
just
the
colonized, but slavery was basically targeting the color of the skin. It was based on that. European slavery to Africa,
Yeah.
it was purely that. It wouldn't make sense to have mixed race kids. They didn't like the mixed race kids. They were being born like in relationship from a slave master to a slave.
Yeah.
They didn't like that because that
No,
was
they didn't.
confusing.
Yeah.
So the barrier was there. So yeah, I understand Malaysia did not. They were colonized and the British went left. But that's the second. That is the second kind of
Okay.
issue or second big problem that happened with the West. Malaysia. I don't think Malaysia went through. Maybe they went through slavery with the Middle East or whatever. I don't know. And then the British came over, but that the stigma, like the other day, the video came out. This black girl was in on the line, Olympics, what they did,
Yeah.
gymnastics, and they were giving medals. How can you explain what happened there to these educated, mature adults that was handing out the medals? What is that?
Yeah. Well,
How on earth do you
You
start to explain that?
you can't.
It's
In
unexplainable.
this day and age, there's no explanation for it, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know.
And nobody there is stopping. Everybody's filming. Everything is normal. Everything is fine. And the photographer's filming. Even if you're not asking, oh, come on, but you forgot the what? Why did you not give one to that person there? You know, and that is stigma. It's like a stigma. It's putting the stigma there, saying you are nothing.
Mm.
We
But
don't. We
say
don't.
that, but I
And how does
I
it
agree
play?
with what
How
you're
does
saying.
it play in the mind? She
But-
does it deliberately, but
But do you know, there's the same thing in Africa. So
Right.
in Kenya, and I faced it every day when I was in Kenya.
yeah.
My wife
Mm-hmm.
would get on a local transport and be
Mhm.
charged 20 shillings.
Mm-hmm.
They see me and charge me 100 shillings.
Okay.
And that is
So
nothing,
it-
that's
it's-
nothing
it's-
more than racism. At the end of the day, you know, and I'm agreeing with you, by the way. I'm not disagreeing, but I'm saying it goes both ways.
So you
So
say
they-
that
they-
it's nothing more than racism to charge you more than they will charge
They're locals.
the local.
When I was living in Kenya, I had a Kenyan residency, I had a Kenyan ID.
Mm-hmm.
The only difference between my wife and myself was the colour of the skin.
right? And
The
that Call
only
of Duty
difference-
was very prejudicial when it comes to
You know,
buying
I
or
would-
paying for things.
Yeah.
I think you can. We can't do the bad. Because
No.
I guess that's where it gets a bit,
You
you
sit
know,
here.
where we start fighting. Can't do the bad.
No. 1, 2, 3. Up. You're gonna continue watching.
Shalom.